Verstappen is in serious trouble after FP2 incident. South Africa's bid to join the grid has failed, and Fernando could be out after a back injury. Let's get into the latest F1 news. Max Verstappen has had his fair share of run-ins with the FIA throughout his Formula One career, and recently he found himself under scrutiny once again. During the second free practice session at the Hungarian Grand Prix, Verstappen made headlines when he threw a towel from the cockpit of his RB21. This seemingly innocuous action led to serious repercussions for his team, Red Bull Racing. The incident took place at turn 3 while Verstappen was moving at a slow speed. Afterward, Verstappen and a representative from Red Bull were summoned to the stewards due to an alleged breach of Article 34.14c of F1's sporting regulations, which pertains to cars being released in an unsafe condition. Following a review of the situation, the FIA confirmed that Red Bull received a warning regarding the incident. The stewards conducted a thorough examination, including listening to Verstappen and the team representative, and reviewing video evidence. They determined that shortly after being released from the garage, Verstappen had accidentally thrown a towel out of his cockpit. It was explained that the towel had slipped from his lap while he was in the garage, and the team was unaware of its presence in the car. When he noticed the towel during the session, Verstappen moved to the far right side of the track to dispose of it, aiming to keep it as far away from the car and the track as possible. However, the stewards noted that the towel posed a risk. They stated that it could have become lodged in the footwell, potentially interfering with Verstappen's ability to control the car, which is why they deemed the car was released in an unsafe condition. Fortunately for Red Bull, the stewards considered this case to be less severe than if a hard object had been left in the cockpit, leading to just a warning rather than a more severe penalty. Nonetheless, it highlighted the importance of adhering to safety regulations, especially in high-speed racing. As for Verstappen, he faced a challenging start to the Hungarian Grand Prix weekend. He ended up classified 9th in the first practice session and slipped to 14th during the second, trailing Lando Norris, who was leading the pack. Frustration mounted as Verstappen voiced his concerns over the lack of grip from the RB21 over team radio, indicating the mounting pressure and expectations he faces as a reigning four-time world champion. This incident serves as a reminder of the intense scrutiny faced by drivers at this level and the ever-vigilant eye of the FIA to maintain safety in the sport. Max Verstappen's actions, while seemingly minor, underscore the importance of every detail in the world of Formula One. As the season progresses, both the team and driver will be eager to overcome these hurdles and return to the top of their game. Max Verstappen recently opened up about the struggles he faced with his car's handling during the latest races. He described the experience as just like driving on ice, pinpointing significant limitations in both front and rear balance. Verstappen expressed frustration, stating, "I don't know what's going on. It's just undrivable. I can't get any balance." This candid admission sheds light on the challenges even top drivers encounter. In a recent media engagement in Hungary, Verstappen confirmed that he would be staying with Red Bull Racing until at least the end of the 2026 season. This announcement came amid widespread speculation about his future, especially as rival George Russell closes in on a new multi-year contract with Mercedes. Verstappen clarified, "It's always been quite clear that I was staying anyway," emphasizing that his focus has been firmly on performance improvements for season 2026. He shared that the recent rumors and stories surrounding his contract negotiations were interesting to follow, but ultimately irrelevant to him. "I never really said anything about it because I was just focused on what we could do with the car," he explained. This dedication to enhancing his team's performance shows a depth of commitment to Red Bull Racing. In other updates from the Hungarian Grand Prix, Lando Norris showcased impressive speed, claiming the fastest lap in FP2. However, while Norris made headlines, Verstappen is also under investigation following a curious incident where he tossed a towel from his cockpit during practice. It's clear that the pressure is mounting in this high-stakes environment. Max also addressed rumors regarding a potential switch to Mercedes. He simply stated, "If my boat is next to Toto's, then the boat is next to Toto's," dispelling any lingering doubts about his loyalty to Red Bull. As he looks toward the future beyond 2026, fans are left wondering where this talented driver will find himself. As we follow the unfolding storylines this season, Verstappen's determination to tackle equipment issues and his commitment to Red Bull Racing surely set the stage for an exciting continuation of the F1 saga. Recently, Aston Martin provided an exciting update regarding their star driver, Fernando Alonso, following a minor injury scare. At 44 years old, Alonso is the elder statesman of the Formula One circuit, and his experience has been invaluable this season. Despite experiencing a muscular injury to his back, Aston Martin has confirmed that Alonso is set to return to the track for the second practice session at the Hungarian Grand Prix. This update comes after the team announced earlier that he would miss the first practice session to manage his injury effectively. During Alonso's absence, Felipe Drugovich, the long-serving reserve driver for Aston Martin, stepped in to partner with Lance Stroll. Drugovich had a decent outing, clocking the 16th fastest time alongside Stroll, who finished 10th. These performances are crucial as they allow the team to gather essential data and continue evaluating their car's recent updates. Now, with further treatment and medical clearance from the FIA, Alonso will be back in action for FP2. The team stated, "Fernando Alonso will be back in the AMR 25 for FP2 this afternoon." He opted to sit out the initial session to manage his fitness, which showcases his strategic approach to racing, prioritizing his health to ensure peak performance. In the statement from Aston Martin, they highlighted that Alonso's decision to limit his time in the car was wise, considering the intense physical demands of Formula One. With Alonso back, the team is optimistic about the remainder of the weekend. However, they have not yet confirmed whether he will participate in the rest of the Grand Prix events. Fernando Alonso continues to amaze fans and competitors alike with his resilience and strategic mindset. As he prepares to rejoin his teammate Lance Stroll, the anticipation for what he will bring to the track is palpable. Formula One fans are undoubtedly eager to see how he leverages his experience and willpower to compete at such a high level, following this little setback. Stay tuned for more updates, and let's hope to see Alonso back to his winning ways soon. Speaking to the media, Aston Martin's chief trackside officer, Mike Crack, emphasized the urgent need for recovery time following the intense Belgian Grand Prix. He revealed that Fernando Alonso developed a muscular issue after the race and highlighted how the demanding race calendar leaves little room for recuperation. In fact, Crack noted that even time for proper rest can be limited, given the constant travel between races. To manage Alonso's condition, the team decided to prioritize recovery time by having him sit out the first practice session, FP1. This decision aims to ease any lingering discomfort and ensure he can participate fully in the later practice sessions. Crack acknowledged that missing FP1 might not be detrimental in terms of hours missed, but may impact the number of laps Alonso can complete, which is crucial for optimizing performance. In addition to focusing on recovery, the team has made tweaks to Alonso's seating position to enhance comfort. This strategic adjustment is intended to mitigate any pain he may be experiencing, reflecting the team's commitment to ensuring he is fit and ready to hit the track confidently. In further developments, Alonso expressed relief after his absence in Hungary's FP1, stating that he felt no pain regarding the muscle injury. As the McLaren team showcased a strong performance with a 1-2 finish during the session, the spotlight remained on whether Alonso could return to action swiftly. With his condition under close monitoring, fans are left wondering if Alonso will compete at the Hungaroring. It's a situation filled with anticipation, especially considering how factors like comfort and technique come into play for a driver of his caliber. Stay tuned as we keep you updated on Fernando Alonso's recovery and aspirations, and let's hope he'll be back on track soon, stronger than ever. Will Formula One finally make its much-anticipated return to Africa? This week, a delegation from South Africa's bid for a Grand Prix met with Formula One management. While it has been over 3 decades since F1 raced in South Africa, the prospects are clouded with doubt. Sources indicate that the leading bid may not be taken seriously by FOM. Earlier this month, a key organization in the bid steering committee, was dissolved after a potential promoter was selected for the Grand Prix. South Africa stands out as the only major continent without an F1 race, and there is a strong push from both F1 and local authorities to change that. The last race in South Africa took place in 1993 at Kyalami, a track that brings historical significance and an established infrastructure to the table. The recent expression of interest phase, opened by the bid steering committee, welcomed private sector proposals. At that time, 3 bids were confirmed, with one involving the iconic Kyalami circuit emerging as the leading contender. This project, led by Tom Pearson-Adams, CEO of Kyalami 9 Hours, was presented to South Africa's Department of Sport, Arts and Culture. However, despite being viewed as a strong candidate, there are significant concerns regarding its financial viability. It is estimated that around €2 billion, or approximately 96 million euros, will be needed to orchestrate the inaugural event. Minister Gayton McKenzie, who is advocating for South Africa's return to the F1 calendar, has mentioned potential backing from sponsors and investors, including telecommunications giant MTN and media entity MultiChoice. Interestingly, though Heineken is already a global sponsor of F1, it's unlikely they will engage in additional funding for this individual event. Moreover, the absence of a governmental guarantee further complicates matters. FOM tends to favor bids that include such assurances, and their lack here has led to the bid being labeled as lacking substance. This perception didn't change even after the bid delegation's meeting with FOM in the UK. Notably, F1 CEO Stefano Domenicali was absent from this critical discussion. Sources within the industry suggest that, while there are indications of substantial financial backing, there are also concerns about the realistic costs associated with making the race a reality. This includes straightforward upgrades to the Kyalami circuit, such as adding essential safety features. Overall, the situation appears chaotic, with skepticism surrounding the bid's foundation. While there's a passionate longing for F1's return to Africa, many hurdles stand in the way. The funding looks substantial on paper, but without solid guarantees and a clear vision, this dream may remain just that, a dream. If you're eager to know more about the F1 calendar and the current status of different circuit contracts, we're here to bring you all the latest updates. Stay tuned for more insights and developments in the world of Formula One. The DSAC is currently in the process of forming a local organizing committee to collaborate closely with stakeholders for a potential return of Formula One to South Africa. Minister McKenzie has expressed his eagerness to lead this initiative, emphasizing that the project is still in early negotiation and planning stages. Minister McKenzie noted that the opportunity for South Africa to host an F1 race seems feasible, and discussions with the Formula One group are expected to progress in the coming weeks. This ambition aligns with a push to upgrade the iconic Kyalami circuit, originally built in 1961. However, reaching FIA Grade 1 standards, essential for hosting an F1 Grand Prix, requires significant investment. Circuit owner Toby Venter has dedicated 5 years to planning crucial upgrades to Kyalami, which have received FIA approval. However, these enhancements hinge on South Africa securing a spot on the F1 calendar, with Kyalami as the selected venue. Instead of altering the circuit's layout, the proposed improvements will focus on enhancing runoff areas, upgrading barrier systems, improving drainage, and installing debris fencing. Minister McKenzie highlighted Venter's commitment to this cause. Despite the government's financial constraints and other pressing priorities, Venter sees this venture as a duty of national pride. His dedication is a testament to the collaborative effort required to bring F1 racing back to South Africa. In the broader context, there has been interest from Nigeria to host a Grand Prix, led by former football player Marvin Sordell, but this initiative remains in the very early stages. Meanwhile, Rwanda's aspirations to join the F1 circuit hit a snag due to ongoing conflicts, highlighting the challenges many regions face when vying for a Grand Prix. Morocco also has plans for a significant new racing facility in Tangier, headed by former team boss Eric Boulier. but this project is viewed mostly as a distant possibility at the moment. As developments unfold, the international motorsport community is keenly watching how these potential hosts can overcome hurdles and transform their dreams into reality. Each country's ambition showcases their passion for motorsport and the continuing global appeal of Formula One racing. Stay tuned as we'll keep you updated with all the latest from the world of Formula One. In a recent update, Aston Martin has confirmed that Fernando Alonso will make his return to the track for the upcoming Hungarian Grand Prix. Notably, Alonso, who recently celebrated his 44th birthday, is the oldest driver on the Formula One grid for the 2025 season. The team had previously announced that Alonso would miss the first practice session in Budapest due to a muscular injury in his back. This decision was made to allow him to manage his health. During his absence, Aston Martin's reserve driver, Felipe Drugovich, stepped in to partner with Lance Stroll. Drugovich posted the 16th fastest time during FP1, while Stroll finished in 10th place. As we look ahead to the second practice session, Aston Martin has confirmed that Fernando Alonso will be back in the AMR 25 after receiving further treatment. The FIA has medically cleared him, which means he's ready to hit the track again. Alonso's decision to initially sit out FP1 was strategic, aimed at limiting his time in the car as he recovers from his injury. In an official statement, Aston Martin expressed their confidence in Alonso's return, emphasizing the importance of his experience and performance for the team. Felipe Drugovich had a busy first session, contributing valuable data to help the team evaluate their recent car updates. There's still some uncertainty surrounding Alonso's participation for the rest of the weekend. But for now, the focus is on his imminent return to racing. Alonso remains a critical asset for Aston Martin, and fans will eagerly watch as he races alongside Lance Stroll once again. Stay tuned for more updates and insights into Fernando Alonso and his journey with Aston Martin as we continue to follow the exciting developments from the world of Formula One. In the world of Formula One, keeping track of injuries is as critical as following race strategies. Recently, Aston Martin's chief trackside officer, Mike Crack, shed light on a situation concerning their star driver, Fernando Alonso. Following the Belgian Grand Prix, Alonso developed a small muscular issue that raised eyebrows and concerns ahead of the next race weekend. Crack emphasized the demanding race calendar, stating that the lack of recovery time was a significant factor in how they managed Alonso's fitness. He noted that even basic recovery, like sleep, can be compromised with all the travel, making it essential for the team to prioritize Alonso's well-being. To address this, they decided to skip the first practice session, FP1, which generally holds less importance compared to later sessions. The team's strategy was focused on ensuring Alonso could return to full capacity, starting from FP2. Crack mentioned that while missing FP1 might not seem like a big issue, what's more critical is the reduced number of laps Alonso would miss, limiting his time on the track. Additionally, adjustments were made to Alonso's seating position in the car, aimed at maximizing his comfort and performance during the upcoming sessions. With these modifications and a little extra time to recover, the team remained confident in Alonso's ability to compete effectively. Despite the challenges, Alonso has shared that after missing FP1 in Hungary, he felt no pain, showing promising signs for his return to racing form. Meanwhile, McLaren took advantage of Alonso's absence by achieving a stellar 1-2 finish in that practice session, showcasing the competitive landscape of F1. So, will Alonso be back on the grid at the Hungaroring? The stakes are high, and fans are eager to see how this seasoned driver steers through his current challenges as he aims for yet another successful race weekend. Stay with us as we keep you updated on Alonso's progress and all the latest thrills from the Formula One circuit.